Okay.
Okay, recording started. Hi.
Hello.
How long until?
Greetings.
Okay.
Hello there.
Greetings.
Should we do the thing we do all the time?
Like introduce everyone? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Halo. This is my channel, so you should already know that, but if you don't, hi, I bit my tongue yesterday and gave myself a blister. Also, I may or may not, well, not yesterday, today. Wow, no, I don't know, clearly I also don't know the passage of time. I also may or may not accidentally be responsible for the creation of a Warhammer 40k porn subreddit. I will not elaborate on that further.
Hello, I'm Amy.
We'll get you to talk one of these days.
Got nothing to say other than I'm Amy.
Hello, I'm Eeluim, a professional food enjoyer, and I exist. Thank you so much.
Congratulations
Moving
on
on.
existing.
Exist.
You'll exist.
Okay. Hi, I am Kuro. Okay, I got nothing to say else. Next.
Noko, should go or
It's actually you next.
Yeah, you're next in
You,
line.
yeah, next.
Oh, great. Okay. I'm Naoki. I'm kind of an aspiring voice actor. If you need someone to be pitched, please just hit me up.
Alright.
And
And
not
lastly,
much to
me.
say. I don't like to talk too much about myself.
Yes, hello, hi, I'm Noko. I like food, and I voice the judge.
Hey, you're ripping off Eeluim.
That's quite suspicious. Weird if I say so myself.
We're taking the judge to court for copyright infringement.
Yes.
Who'll be the
Wow.
judge then?
The judge of which
I'll be-
Noko is the judge.
He automatically goes in and gives himself a not guilty.
I'm the judge of my own trial. Screw
That's
you
pretty
guys.
OP, to be honest.
I just imagine Noko being like, "Fuck you! It's my trial. Get the fuck out of here."
I don't know. I think I could convince him to call himself guilty.
I've got a dumb question.
True. Halo
I've got a dumb
could do
question.
that.
Go
Halo
ahead.
could, yes.
Wait, Noki want to say something? Wants to say something?
I was just wondering, has anyone ever heard of Phoenix Wright Ace Idiot?
I have.
It was a YouTube
No.
series made by someone who went by Volty, I think.
Yeah.
There was this one running gag where the judge installed a specific penalty where someone would lose the internet, basically,
My gosh.
Oh my god.
That's
and
a
they could
fate.
lose it more than once.
That's a fate worse than death.
Yeah.
True.
It kind of is.
Well, in this playthrough, Phoenix wins by getting lollipops. opening tab.
Yay.
I would commit sins that would make me a celebrity in hell before I do something like that.
All right.
That
let's
is a
begin.
sentence, my man.
Well, there are probably a lot of people in there, so yeah.
And also, we know Glass is showing up later. He's just getting food now.
September 7th, 3:11 p.m. Detention Center, visitors room.
Yeah, you're really good.
This guy showed up. He's already stealing my narration.
Sorry. You got it.
Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Go ahead.
Fine.
Very good.
I don't care who reads
It's
that.
very good. Like, I'm not excited.
Yeah, that actually did sound pretty good.
Oh.
Oh no!
So you were wondering if April May showed up in this part.
I forgot
There
she
you go,
was. I forgot she showed up here.
Well,
Literal first character we see.
Oh gosh. I have a heart. Okay. Okay,
it's okay.
David.
Take a moment.
Take your time.
I can't. I can't get into the character.
I can
Okay.
try.
Okay, oh no. I am doing this. I am going to try. Well,
Come on,
hello.
I believe in you.
Well, hello. That's not her. Oh my gosh. Didn't expect to see anyone to visit me in such a dank place like as this.
Dank,
Lots
you
of things.
say.
Dinky.
I was
It's
wondering,
a
wondering what all that fog was.
It's really. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. I was able to. It's really quite moving. Not you you stinky lawyer. Hope you die.
That's not nice.
Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May.
Oh, okay.
She
Haha!
may have
I
fallen.
like how the heart turns completely upside down when she gets angry,
Oh, that's the
Wow.
cool detail.
Those are some.
Not to mention,
revealing more
not
booba.
a pretty face.
No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask, though. Admittedly, doesn't mean I can't laugh at you while I'm here. Haha!
Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked.
Hey, what did you do with your hair? It looks nice.
Have you done enough? Have you done enough questioning, you spiky head?
Spiky.
That was the best insult.
Sonic the Hedgehog motherfucker.
that was the best she got, but it was the absolute worst she could do.
I'm not a furry.
I'm trying to into April May, and I'm doing a horrible job at it.
Nah, you're doing
No,
fine.
no,
Alright.
you're doing
It's
great. You're
fine.
doing good.
You're good.
Especially like if she's in like pissed off mode, I imagine she's not sound like as ditzy as normal.
I was trying to make her voice higher pitch when she's, her flirty self, and her voice slower down when she's mad.
No.
You know,
I love characters like
great.
that.
Wrong
You
answers
could, though.
only.
If you ever need like a guiding hand, there is always the Ace Attorney anime. You could always,
That is,
I guess, refer to that and maybe get an
Yes,
idea of
there
how
is.
it could sound.
that is true.
I've seen that.
You know,
I've seen that
speaking
anime.
of the Ace Attorney anime, this is amazing considering the bloopers. We're just going off the blooper script, except fitting it into the actual story.
Oh my
As
God,
it should
especially
be.
with Eric Vale.
No, yeah,
This
seriously.
is the better version.
Eric Vale.
Well, like once we get through the trilogy, we gotta show some of you guys the bloopers once you're caught up with the
I've seen the
story.
bloopers.
They're
I've seen
great.
the
God.
bloopers.
Yeah. I figure some of you have, but not everyone here has seen the story yet. So,
Well,
Alright.
let's continue.
They're funny.
yeah, they are fucking hilarious.
All right, let's go.
Alright,
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Here we go again on my own. Please, you're scaring the security guard. I have seen the depths, Mr. Lawyer. I don't think I can come back.
So what is it you wish to ask of me then?
For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked?
Alright,
Alright.
ask her.
Hey, wanna see my badge?
Do it. It's obligatory.
Ah, guess what? Actually, I really hate your ducks.
Oh.
So get lost. Get lost because I'm not cooperating.
Oh. But my badge, though. Thanks, I noticed.
Remember, if you ever need lollipops to cheer you up, press tab.
But she doesn't want to see my badge. Also, hello, strange coincidence. What happens when the unstoppable force meets the immovable object? Do I get a lollipop?
Yes.
Awesome. That's all I need to know.
Yes.
A contradiction. Ah, I see what you did there. That man. Damn it! Eeluim, our Guilty Gear lack of actually playing it is coming back to bite us.
I was
Why?
about to say.
Oh god.
That's basically the only thing I know about Guilty Gear. Batman.
Guilty Gear is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You should
His,
do more.
his name literally
Yeah.
was that man.
Yeah, like the one of the main antagonists of the series is just that man. I love it.
And then Strategist changed his name to the Gear Maker.
Hmm But we
Which is-
still,
which is-
we still call him that man
Yeah.
because it's just that cool.
I remember when they did a death battle between the main protagonists of Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear, and Boomstick was driven mad by that man, literally being his name.
Mhm. To be fair, I think it's a lot of it's driven by most people not knowing who he is. So
Yeah. Like-
Give me a sec. Be right
Okay.
back.
Although I
okay.
think we can say for sure he is a man. Just a thought, you know.
That would have been a twist. The entire time the cast was just misgendering them.
Wow.
Damn, Guilty. But if that was the case, Guilty Gear would have been so cancelled. I should have. Right.
Alright. I'm waiting for Kuro to get back since we're kind of one talking to her.
True. So, let's flex some Guilty Gear knowledge.
Johnny has nice abs.
Did you know that according to Guilty Gear, Kuro is back?
Oh, thank you, Guilty Gear.
What is that?
Guilty Gear fighting game.
Very good one.
Yeah. I said someone who's like normally not into fighting games at all.
Okay.
Like the aesthetic and the characters, it's just so cool.
Also helps that it's loaded to the brim with rock and metal references, which is right up my alley.
Yeah, like the best way I could describe it is like if you took a rock album and just made it into a fighting game.
Or like, you know how JoJo is loaded to the brim with music references?
Yeah.
Like I take that and then just narrow it down to more that specific genre. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room.
They've used a movie reference before too.
Yeah.
It's basically a series based off of what Daisuke Ishiwatari thinks is cool, which a lot of other people think is cool as well.
There's actually a giant metal man who can send you to space to see some gods who visit super, and I don't care what anyone says. That's awesome.
I should stream some more Guilty Gear. I did Strive once. I should do Accent Core.
Hell yeah, I'll play with you.
Yeah. Yeah, hell, that would make it easier to schedule when we fight, huh?
Huh. That can be our like big streams too.
Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on.
No way, Jose.
But I'm
It's
Phoenix.
Jose, not Jose.
No, yeah, it's Jose.
I've heard of Hose
It's
A,
okay.
but is there Hose B?
Hmm.
Because
Damn.
if there's an A, then there must be a B.
No, that's Jose's
God.
sibling.
Right, let's continue.
Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. But I already showed her my badge. What more could she want?
Right?
Can you place a wiretap on Mia's phone?
Oh, when did you say it like that? It sounds so cool, so criminal.
Miss May, I would like you to take a look around you in your surroundings for a second. I pay particular note to this window and what is covering them. Okay, you have absorbed that now?
I'm not a criminal.
Oh.
April is not a criminal, she's just a gamer.
Oh, that's worse!
That's so much worse.
Keep her locked up forever.
Solitary confinement to you, bitch.
You know what? There's gonna be April May bathwater.
No!
No!
Being a gamer is a crime, Miss May.
Oh, I suppose you learned that in lawyer school?
No, I learned that by existing.
Creep.
This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why such a bitch?
You should freak out.
You don't look like a complete and utter bitch.
Oh, that does it. Bottom feeding some fucking lawyer.
I
Okay,
forgot. I
Bottom?
forgot the first S in that second thing she called him.
Me too.
Oh,
Yeah, don't worry, most of the fandom also forgot that.
What?
Why?
The fan.
Alright, moving on.
Yes.
I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me, the bottom?
Defense attorneys in general, perhaps.
We're all bottoms.
I mean, she's mad that she's been caught.
Maybe I can get her to talk if I threaten her with a murder weapon. I'm just tapping against the glass.
Oh,
Speak, damn you.
It's the repeating.
Yeah, this is just repeating.
Just like hold B or whatever.
I'm using the keyboard. Well,
Okay.
well, that was some fruitful conversation. Now let's get out of here before she calls me a bottom again. Oh, were you only doing the one, Naoki?
Oh no! I thought you didn't want me to do that again.
No, like I said, I was just joking.
Oh, okay. September 7th. Vey and Company Law Offices.
Looks like forensics is taking the day off today. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. Bet he's off getting Mexican food right now. Police really gave this place a working over.
With his broke ass hands.
It's just tortillas poking out of his coat pockets.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure we have an eyewitness in this very room, and we're looking at him right now.
My God, you're right. Charlie, what do you know?
Plant.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
You think someone has actually made like a fan case where they got Charlie on the stand? They must have.
I mean, do you want to hear a fun fact?
Okay.
Please.
So some scientists were really bored, so they made a machine that can detect the energy that plants produce when they do photosynthesis. So a plant can technically talk.
What are they talking about when they're photosynthesizing? Are they just going,
Sex!
What?
That's not what photosynthesis is. That's them eating.
I think they're communicating in nom nom.
Yeah, that would be more it. Or I don't know, sunbathing noises. Which is, I imagine most people just do that
So
quietly.
technically, you can't take a plant to court, but they'll just say random bullshit.
Not there any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around, though.
I wonder what Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney would look like if you threw it through a random translator 70 times.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
I gotta
I
try
bet
that
someone's done
sometime.
it before.
They probably have. Well, we have accomplished nothing so far, other than being called a bottom. It was a harrowing experience. Mia's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now.
Yeah. Yes. Give Charlie that water.
I don't like it how Charlie says it like that.
Yes, I'm Charlie and I would request some water. Yes, show to disposition of the sun.
Mia, I need an adult.
I am an adult.
No.
I'm a fully grown plant, Phoenix.
The sky is blue.
I need an adult too.
And so am I.
Don't we all?
I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
ready to eat for everyone. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's enough.
I was not expecting.
Oh my God.
I did not expect to start the stream getting sexually harassed by a houseplant.
Hey, that's the fun of Ace Attorney.
You know,
That's
fair.
Charlie Plant sickle to you.
Moving on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that line dialogue was already from last time. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. Shit, I was trying to think of a funny movie for that, but I blanked.
Ice
The
Age
Room,
free.
The Room by Tommy Wiseau.
No, Ice Age free.
Old Yeller?
No, the Old Yeller would make sense. I want something nonsensical.
Ice Age free. Cards 2.
Ah, it was a double showing, I see. I'll have to check it out one of these days. That's a phone, Phoenix.
There's
Perfect.
a stone, Luigi. You didn't make it.
Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. Well, better go back down to the morgue and bring her back down here.
There's certainly a notable lack of Mia over here.
Yeah, it seems far less buoyant in here.
Yeah, it seems far less mayonnaise in here.
Guys, glass joined.
Oh, hey, Glass. How goes it?
Good, I got some food.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some foods as well.
Alright.
Yeah.
Eat well.
Did I miss anything?
No.
Nothing involving you, no. We just
Good.
talked to April May and
That's
got
really
called
all
a
that
bottom.
matters.
Definitely we did not.
Yeah, she's going to
definitely,
have glass water.
definitely, Phoenix did not get harassed by a house plant.
Okay, so maybe you have missed some things. You can cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to. Oh, in case the chief worked on our files here. Are some of the files missing? Nah, I'm imagining things. No way that'll come back up later. Nah.
Foreshadowing.
Oh, come on, the game itself set it up.
All right, so let's see. We got the Gatewater Hotel and Grossberg Law offices.
Let's check out Grossberg first.
Sounds like a good idea. September 7th, Grossberg Law offices.
Huh. Looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. He's avoiding me for some reason. Does he also think I'm a bottom?
I hope he has no opinion on that matter.
Oh, hey, it's my line. Oh wait, he's not here.
Hi, Glass.
Hi. You're-
Damn, this new painting sucks.
I don't know. I like the minimalist approach.
True.
You always go against
That's a
me.
good point.
Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on the wall where this completely conspicuous square and hooks are? Yeah, it was a painting of, well, clearly that was Marvin Grossberg in his youth. Wasn't it? It wasn't a very memorable painting anyhow. Yeah, that is like the least, I'm pretty sure that leads to the same line of dialogue every time. It does not matter at all.
There's something wrong with this.
What's this? Old photos. They're too light. Noko, we can hear you.
Yeah.
I just imagined like there's a ghost on the side of the room just opening chips.
Mia?
Yeah, is that you?
Hello. Don't mind me. Just, you know, walking around, leaving lollipops all as I walk.
I knew you wanted to leave me.
Wait, she's doing her tasks as a dead crewmate.
Oh,
Damn,
God damn
so
it.
Mia really wasn't the imposter.
Motherfucker.
Sorry.
Something's been written in pencil on the backs.
No,
DL6
just like-
incident Exhibit A, DLC incident Exhibit B.
DLC.
You-
Wait, did I say DLC?
No, Neo is
Yeah,
just, just walking around as a ghost, just,
Just munching on potato
Just-
chips?
yeah. But also leaving lollipops on Phoenix Wright's desk as we speak.
Aw, she cares. Let's see.
Yes.
I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll steal this photo like a big-ass thief. I'm sure no one will miss this photo lying on their personal desk. It might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now.
I feel like the other one might get.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna take for now. Oh dear God. A photo lies on the desk. It scares me. I should switch it with the one I took. I think I'll swap them. Nothing can stop my kleptomania. Alright, I'm out of here. Okay, Noko, please stop eating into the mic.
Okay, that was intentional. I'm sorry.
Oh, you...
September 7th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303.
Welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, I dare say so myself. I'm not giving up this voice. I feel I've nailed it too well.
Please never give up this voice.
I
Please, It's way too good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today only helped the Gatewaters rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Is the building doing workouts?
No, it's representation.
God damn it.
I'm picturing a buff hotel building. What is going on with my brain?
Buff hotel building.
Yeah, you're just absolutely massive arms.
Wow.
Just imagine like a hotel, like
Just
someone just
massive.
hotel, like doing push-ups.
This is Arnold Schwarzenegger looking hotel.
It's just it's just a building that looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay.
Why doesn't that exist? That should
I
exist.
don't know. That should exist.
Honestly, yeah.
Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course.
Sorry, that's my dog.
And as you can see, we clearly allow pets in this hotel, too. It's great for business. Whoa, Miss May hasn't been charged with murder.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there is anything I can bring you. Anything. I gotta go. Hey, what do you think of this? I'm sorry. All I could think about during the trial was the hotel. I wasn't paying much attention to the evidence. It's my badge, though.
What a
Okay.
jerk.
I'm sad now.
I mean, that's a very important badge.
I shined it myself.
Remember, Phoenix. Your swag, and we shall play guilty here. Your car is beautiful, and everybody likes you, except for me. Fuck you.
Oh boy, do you hear Edgeworth yelling at me from outside the hotel?
Yeah, that's okay.
Down there in the streets?
I'm sure Edgeworth would have a lot more class than that. He'll
just
do it in a very sophisticated way.
He just throwing
he's
rocks
also
like
photos
3
again.
stories up at the window.
Also, did you know that Edgeworth is married?
He is?
He is?
Yeah,
Oh my
To
gosh.
law.
he's married to the job.
I knew it.
Oh yeah.
It's canon, too.
Yeah.
Note to self, never touch Edgeworth's law book. About Miss May. Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. Do what? Who's like the most suspicious person here is this guy?
Your
Yeah.
mom.
Ah, but you see, Mr. Lawyer, I must retort. Your mother. I wanted to ask you about the man who's with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression.
Big foreshadowing.
I knew from the moment I saw him, sir. I knew it well. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger.
Duly noted, Mr. Snape.
There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him, as I too am also a fan of Guilty Gear. A photo? Well, I don't know where any photos are, so I guess we'll just keep talking for now.
No. Remember, Dab. Lollipops.
Oh,
No.
there, I got the lollipop. I don't need to check that right now, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What
So
about,
we still got one dialogue option to go.
What about the subject of the hotel?
What can you tell me about this hotel? How much can it deadlift? Absolutely, and on the subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Have you considered a building-sized dumbbell? Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle: Gatewater to Electric Boogaloo. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor.
Yeah, that should attract a lot of people.
Well, what do you think? I know people just love murder. Huge fans, such as myself. Sounds great. Whatever floats your tea set. No, I know the button. Shut up. Hey, look at this pink man. Take a look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
That's him, detective.
I'm actually gonna go get dinner, so
oh, okay.
I'll be back hopefully in time for the trial.
Hopefully. I don't think this investigation segment is as long as the first one, right?
Probably not.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, it's overall a short chapter anyway. So.
Yeah. All right. I'm the lawyer. I have too much money to be Gumshoe. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't.
Also, you're back. I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
My God, we're losing everyone. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that's him? An alpha what now? This guy's way too excited about this. Sure. Well, sure. Why not? Yes. I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. Let me just do this real slowly. Savor the moment.
Okay, I heard all that. That's even worse than Charlie the Plant.
Well, you see why Charlie was a problem. Phoenix was getting flashbacks.
Yeah, I mean, you see that plant's in the background there? Damn, son.
By the way, Mr. Lawyer, do you know if you have any plants that need watering?
Back.
Is this the new ship we're starting? The Bellboy and Charlie the Plant? So, I will pay someone to draw that, if anyone's interested.
I can draw that right now.
Barley.
If you do it, I will show it in the video.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. From henceforth... From henceforth, I will be known as the Bellboy, who swore the affidavit. I wish that just changed his nameplate right here to that. Just hurry up and write it. I got an affidavit. Miss May can play dumb to this. I'm out of here, so I feel safe again. Bye-bye.
You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone?
The only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me.
Oh, so it's my fault now.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it is.
You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart.
Oh!
That sounds awesome, actually. I'm just picturing...
No, that sounds really painful.
I mean, yeah, I probably have severe heartburn right now, but it probably looks cool.
You get nudged in the ribs once and your freaking heart spikes impale your chest.
That'll be fine. That does it. This case is done.
Yep,
I'm
just
shaving my
reflection.
head. Hey, this photo look familiar at all? Have a look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
I've said several times, I'm not telling you.
Oh,
Where did you...
aha! a reaction. This is him, isn't it?
What? What? Who? When? Why?
It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder.
No, that's not right.
Nice try, Miss Cooperative.
Do you have any proof that was him? Yeah, proof. Show me proof.
How about the affidavit, you
I'm
stupid
so
bitch?
close. Oh god, the bellboy's rubbing off on me.
Oh my.
I could have phrased that better too.
I'm just casually drawing the plant. It kind of looks like a scythe. It's like Charlie. I gotta get his name.
Could you have a look at this?
What's that?
The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw, such as the man he checked in with. Who was most definitely this guy? This really odd-looking man.
Fucking cross-eyed. Like, outside.
I believe the term... I'm not joking, I believe the term for that is cockeyed.
What the
I'm pretty sure that's like... Pretty sure that was like an option to do to your eyes in like Tony Hawk Underground or something, and I'm pretty sure that was the name.
Okay, I know this now.
You are now bestowed the wisdom of the cockeyes. Use it well.
I wish to go back.
You must carry this knowledge.
I have a friend who will absolutely adore this knowledge. Thank you, actually.
You must now also spread it to other people so they may know.
Right.
Yeah. Now, ease her fears or push her hard. Nah, fuck you.
Yeah, we're thrusting.
Okay. Damn it, I'm not becoming the bellboy. This is it, all or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. Oh! If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press.
Did you hear me?
I did not, no.
No. What?
Did you go high pitch with the first one? That tends to be cut off sometimes.
Oh man. I hate my computer right now.
Alright.
Alright.
Well, you could also go in like your user settings for Discord and fiddle around like the voice settings for like sensitivity and stuff.
Right. I have that. Alright, let me... Voice.
We'll just jam to the song.
Yeah. Well, we'll just groove while April May is having a breakdown.
I'm just currently drawing the bellboy.
I'm scared.
Okay, hold on.
How do you use the sensitivity thing? Trap.
Are you in voice and video?
Yeah, it says automatically determine input sensitivity.
Okay, did you turn that off?
Yes.
Okay, now you can like, if you like move the thing to the left, then it will be more sensitive. I'm pretty sure.
Oh. So put it down.
Yeah. I think that's how it should work. Anyways, it could also just be high pitches might have a problem, but that will, at the very least, that will also help with low pitches too.
Alright,
or low notes.
I hope this works.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You also got
What?
Oh wait, I heard
Did
something
you hear
there.
that?
Yep. You also got a bunch of other options there near the bottom if you think those might help too, but well, let's get back to the game for now.
Yeah.
Don't want to troubleshoot too much.
Just trying to figure it out.
Just letting you know for now how you can tinker with it. Even though he should have been witness to your murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Oh, fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer.
Yes! Man, that felt good. It's great to be alive, unlike Mia.
Why are you pumping your fist in the air?
Cause I'm a winner, bitch! Now, tell me about the man you were with. As you can see, I'm the utmost of professionalism.
That man, he's my boss. Wright, the president of the information gathering conglomerate, Blue Corp.
America, oh fuck yeah. Wright. Information gathering?
Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency.
Ah, so he must be dirt broke then. Phoenix just bases his opinions on all detectives off of Gumshoe now. It's such a skewed perspective. So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder.
Wait, how did we call the ship? How did we call the ship?
Oh, the ship name? I don't think we decided a name yet.
What ship name?
Between the bellboy and Charlie the plant.
Oh.
Char Boy. I don't know anyone said Char Boy.
If
Sure.
I may make a suggestion.
Too late.
The Gatewater plant, hey?
Ah. That one,
I don't know.
I don't want to think about that one.
Oh yeah, I was thinking wrong for channel.
I understand that's fucked up enough to be in Danganronpa, but it isn't.
Nope, not at all. Unless it's like screenshots from like Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls, that thing, you know.
All right, I'm done.
All right, Kuro, did you say this line?
No.
I understand that.
I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her.
It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White at last. Finally, lead on this guy. Your roommate couldn't have done it. That leaves him. Time to take action. I'm the bold action man.
I get that reference.
Thank you. Well, now that she's being scared for her life, we can bring back the jams.
Oh, hey, look, it's Indiana Jones.
You mean the dog?
What?
What?
Yeah, he's named after the dog. You didn't know that?
No.
What?
I feel like the table. It's like so absurd.
Oh dear God. That is
Imagine
gotta.
if the table.
That's gotta be the horniest table I've ever seen.
Like, imagine if the table could stand like would have been sentient. Like imagine like
That sounds like a Silent Hill monster.
I'd love to see that.
Table head.
Yes.
table quadrant.
Oh, hang on, I need to take a look at something real quick. Alright.
Did you see the drawing?
Not yet. I'll take a look at it right now. Ah, that's beautiful. Very romantic. I approve.
We shot on stream.
I don't know how I can show it on stream, but when I upload the video, I'll edit it in right now.
Hell yeah.
Like that's what I did with the, that's what I did with the Sojak.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I put it in Edgeworth's hands when you said it.
Huh.
Or at least as close as I could to how it looked.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Now we wait for Naoki, and we'll continue.
September 7th. Blue Corp Inc. CEO's office. This.
Well, that was a short wait. What's with the surreal decor? I think we said that Naoki's gonna have this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we heard what Naoki did. Naoki, your roll again.
I'm actually driving right now, so I
Oh.
wouldn't really be able to.
Oh,
I wouldn't
Jesus.
really focus
Oh,
on
no.
the screen all that
Driving? Are you running away from the cops?
Driving and speaking, that's bad.
Yeah. Focus on the road for now, my
Why would I have
friend.
to run away from the cops if I did nothing wrong.
Yeah, focus on the road for now. That's more important.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Alright.
Naoki, if I hear a crash over there, I am going to find you.
I doubt that. I'm actually at a red light right now, so I guess I could say, "Welcome. Please furnish me with the title of your personage."
Duh.
Okay, that's the best I can do. Sorry.
Okay.
Alright.
Let us know when you're back for real.
Okay, who's gonna do it?
I think last one to do him.
Phrasing.
is that good with everyone?
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, what?
Your name? What's your your name? What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by.
Right. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably?
Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary.
What is this guy's problem?
I am Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know,
I hate that joke.
the corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into conflict with the elite of the elite.
Conflict?
Oh, contact, sorry.
Those are
reading
very different meanings.
I'm reading this on a smaller screen.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the wordily challenged.
What a fruitcake!
Hey, watch it.
You're
Let me guess.
You're right to associate him with gay people would be homophobic. I'm sorry.
You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this.
What does he mean by that?
He's got you pegged.
Oh God, no.
No matter. So what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself?
I'm at a red light again. So,
Yipes! This guy's arrogance meter's off the scale. Also, dude, I understand that you want to participate for now, but it's probably safer that you just focus on the road for now, even if you are at a red light.
very well. All right.
Don't worry, you'll have plenty of lines later by the time you get back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stay safe. Stay safe. That's important.
That certainly is true.
Oh, wait, before I tell him anything. Hey, you want to see this?
I am terribly sorry. But that really doesn't seem to concern me at all.
Oh. What about your face? How
I'm
about
thinking
this
of
picture?
Gorgeous. That's a picture of me.
Nah, I don't see the resemblance.
Ah, I see it was taken in the prime of my youth. About 10 years ago, I'd guess.
Yep, totally the complete difference there.
Yeah.
The hotel bellboy says he saw this man on the night of the murder.
On closer inspection, he does look a lot like me, but I'm afraid this is someone else.
Ditto.
Nope, that's definitely not me. He's far too young.
Damn it, he's outsmarted me.
And scrumptious.
Oh god. I'm surrounded by freaks.
Literally every Danganronpa protagonist ever.
Miss May...
Oh, that's you.
That's me. Don't steal my lines, you weird man. I'm
a capitalist, that's what I do.
No! My lines belong to the people. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not?
Hey, corporations are people.
No! That is subjectively wrong!
She was my secretariat.
She was your horse? Oh god, I want to think about that.
What a shock it was to hear what she has done.
What she has done? You mean the wiretap?
Indeed. She is paid to answer phone. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. Among other things.
Oh god.
I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is inevitable that she would do this.
You mean fuckable?
Seems like he's trying to turn Miss
That's
May
what
to
I said.
escape.
Noko, it's November.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's November. We need to tone ourselves down. Or else we're just tormenting the audience. On night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room?
Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place.
My
Those
god,
are for the common folk.
Red White has fucking transcended.
That's what you get when you have money. My motto is, don't worry, be happy.
And now he's quoting Bob Marley at me. Still, Mr. White, El Patel Bellboy has to stay on record that he does remember you very clearly, and I don't want to know how clearly that is.
No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. You want me to speak? Put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that.
Raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as witness? Should have seen the same thing as April May.
Maybe because he's rich. Oh.
Don't call me a hoe.
No, I'm practicing.
He went worse. He called you a ho-ho.
Oh no, I'm a cookie.
Ho ho ho, if we will.
Exactly. The police, the courts. Me, they're mere toys. Playthings for my amusement. Can I get my fork?
Sorry,
Can I
what?
go get my fork?
You getting your fork?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, here we go.
What kind of company is Blue Corp anyways? And why, now that I think about it, why is there very little blue around? Oh, so I just looked at this man's tie. What the fuck?
It's like cheese, but not cheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was awkward.
No, I'm just waiting for glass.
Alright, I'm back. Excellent question that I didn't hear off screen. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future. You might say we are the future.
Sell information?
We are a legal black market.
In just 10 years, I've built business up into the grand office you see now, with only a mere loan of $10 million.
Ah, that's small, huh?
In case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue.
I don't believe you.
Red White of Blue Corp, as the founder and CEO, named it so.
Red, white of Blue Corp? What is this, America?
Nah, clearly that means he's French.
Do you
Yes.
get it, Mr. Wright?
I
You
think
get
it's
it?
Russian.
Well, clearly he's from the UK. God, why do so many flags use red, white, and blue in them? And why does
colors.
And why does America the only one that takes credit for it?
Cheap colors. And America takes credit for everything.
If anything, they did it last.
Yeah.
And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course.
Ah, of course, that's why you wear so little of it on you.
You should have known. Fantabulistic, is it not?
Something been bothering me.
Yes. What might that be?
Hang on, let me pull out the list of things that are bothering me right now in this current situation. It just rolls out onto the floor. That big painting on the wall over there? It's gorgeous! It's a very striking piece of art.
Oh god.
Yeah, it is that.
Magnificentatious, isn't it?
Very magnificentatious. Yeah. Why am I making small talk?
You have to do it again now.
No?
Nope. Naoki,
Are you back
No,
home now,
Jesus
Pete?
Christ. Noko, these are the moments I'd like to remind you that I am recording this for YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Naoki, are you home yet?
Give him a
No,
moment.
I just grabbed my dinner. I'm now starting to be on my way home. But don't worry, it'll be another few minutes.
Okay.
Actually, I hope that's not too big a problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Drive, my boy.
I'm focused on the driving, not on us.
Yeah.
You know, I've actually seen that painting before.
Oh?
Just yesterday, actually.
On Google? Your point being?
The point is simple, rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall?
Mr. Wrong, was it?
Right.
Yeah, right. Mr. Wrong.
Oh.
It appears you do not fully grasp your position here.
Please don't grasp me in any position, sir.
I'm rich, I can do whatever I want.
No!
I ask again, who are you?
A lawyer?
No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer.
My god, we turned a scenario into something darker than it already was.
Worth nothing. Zilch. Zippo. Nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger.
What? What? Oh! Ow! Ah! He punched me!
Yeah, I can do that.
Fucking hurt!
Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, huh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it. For it is you who will be found guilty.
No, I can't be sent to jail for punching myself. What?
Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding.
So you say. I wonder, is that kind of control really possible?
I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your compensation. Yeah, that's what he said, Dad.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's kind of a dumbass.
Wait, what's going on?
My dad asked. My dad was like, compensation? I came here from I'm sorry, you came here from Grody Burgers, I presume?
If your dad can hear anything else we're saying, I would like to apologize.
Yeah, I mean, he can't hear what you're saying, but he can
Oh,
hear what
thank
I'm
God.
saying, and I am constantly ashamed.
You see, that this is why I have the doors closed in my room.
Don't get to do it in my room, I'm in my kitchen.
Why are you in your kitchen?
My room is not very comfortable.
Okay. Mr. Grossbergs, yes.
Then you must ask him, why is this painting of his hanging here? Why? Oh, I read that for you.
Same
Perhaps-
meaning.
Yeah,
I'm back.
perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss.
I'm okay. Damn it, wrong key again. I'm gonna look at your room first. What in the fuck is up with this table?
Look away.
I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk? In some alternate universe, perhaps? My, this is quite the thing.
Yeah, I'm back, if you did not notice.
Alright.
Apparently my dog peed.
Huh? Oh, your dog
peed
keeping?
No, my dog. She peed in the
Oh.
living room.
Ah,
To clean that.
that's never fun. Statue of a man holding up the world. The blue corpse sign certainly stands out enough. The model for the man is, of course, Mr. White. Impressive lineup of trophies. Judge's special runner-up. Best participation. Judge's Cooperation Award. Special Good Try Prize. The words judges and special kind of stand out. Probably strong-arm them into giving him something. Oh, that's sad. Look at this sad, sad man. Let's make
Yeah.
fun of him. Point your
Yeah.
fingers at him and laugh. Ha!
Ha. Ha 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 ha. Who voices Gooseberg? Grossberg.
Gooseberg?
Goose.
The role of Marvin Grossberg will now be portrayed by a goose.
He is now a goose.
I don't think he's noticed me
Told
standing
you
right in front of
noises
him.
for him.
Maybe I should clear my throat?
Honk, honk,
Jumping
honk,
Jehovah's.
honk.
Oh my god. Jumping Jehoshaphat's.
Or translated into goose.
Honk. No, it's honk, honk.
Look, I need to read these lines.
Yeah, well, we've had our fun.
Oh,
Okay.
you!
What's wrong? You look so pensive. Like an old man at the end of his days. Are you gonna drop dead? Can I have your office?
Please no, it's very expensive. I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him. How much is clear? Are you sure you don't want to look at my badge?
Sorry, my boy. I don't think I can help you with that.
You also have a badge, though. You should understand.
I can't help you. You're gonna have to do this lawyer thing on your own.
No. So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
I hear it's called a conscience.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
Okay, I asked before, but why do you refuse a request for a defense then? Yeah, right to know.
Right, Mr. Wright.
Right.
Right. No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy.
Does seem troubled about something. I have a feeling I know what it is. So, pay Blue Corp a visit.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something's been bothering me.
Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy.
You see, just... Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? He tried to sell it to me. The one you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office of Blue Corp. Right at White's office.
So, you noticed. The giant painting. You noticed it. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes,
Monkey talk.
and I know what it is.
Your lovers.
It's not something I can claim to understand.
Liar.
But you and Mr. White are lovers, aren't you?
What? My boy.
You sent that painting to him as a sign of undying love.
My boy, please. You're letting your fantasies run away with you.
Fantasies is funnier.
Where do you get these bizarre ideas?
AO3?
Oh, well, that makes sense. I don't
No,
understand.
I did. This one's me.
Oh, sorry.
I don't understand how you could.
That's because I'm not. We're not. Don't be ridiculous.
You know what? You're right. Him and the plant. Wait, no, that's the bellboy. Shit, I'm mixing up my ships.
Me and Mr. White are played by the same guy. That would be weird. Enough. I'll swallow my pride and tell you all.
Phrasing, considering what we're talking about.
Oh my god.
I knew it. They are lovers.
Yeah.
No, we're not lovers.
Still not buying it.
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been preying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the DL6, as you may have guessed.
Oh, so that's how you say it, not DLC. The name on the back of those photographs.
Look at this graph, Mr. Wright. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
Ah.
As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection, and not your buttholes.
It's hard. How do you think men have sex, Mr. Wright? I thought you were bisexual.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I'm not a virgin.
It's hard for me to tell you this, my boy.
Correction, it's at least one of them.
You see, when a man loves another man very much...
Do they hold hands? I've heard we need to censor that.
The peg meets the hole. Okay, sorry.
Remember when a couple of scenes ago we said we should tone ourselves down? I don't.
The peg meets the hole.
But red white, it would be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What? Wait, does this mean he knows where I keep my lollipops? No.
They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
Oh, so that's what that is. What is the DL6 incident? 6.
DL6 is nothing more than the sword code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now.
Oh, that's my favorite Ace Combat 5 song.
I received a request from a medium. A spirit medium.
Medium.
Her name was Misty Faye.
Faye.
Indeed. She was Mia's mother.
I
I can read your mind, right?
I don't know why I went into an almost solid snake voice for saying Faye.
Faye. She had been investigating a murder at the behest of the police. And she failed.
Wah, wah.
As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all that I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
Well, why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know that they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
Snitch!
I'm a fucking snitch.
No, alright, Mr. Grossberg. You know how this goes.
I'm ready for the stitches.
Ow, that hurt my hand.
Were you stapling your hand?
Wait, was I what, my hand?
Were you stapling your hand?
Stapling? Why would I? No, I
It
punched.
sounded like-
I punched my other
Did
hand.
Actually, I did that in my a class I was in,
Why?
and this was in the 2nd grade. I don't know why.
There's your stitches, bitch.
I just punched my hand to make it seem like I was punching him.
Ah, those kind of stitches.
You told White.
He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment for me now. But-
My God, you're a capitalist too.
Wasn't it obvious?
I
Have
guess
you
you.
seen my office?
You know what? Fair.
Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. More than they usually are.
Damn, that's pretty hard then.
In secret, they began looking for one another who... they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it. And came to me.
You sure you're not lovers?
We had a very weird relationship. It can't be defined by mortal relationships.
Okay.
Only this time the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet you would still challenge him. Have have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office.
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she had found.
Well, okay. I'm gonna get out of here now before this gets any weirder, Mr. Grossberg. You have fun standing around.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Awesome.
Nice.
Hey.
Finally, I can eat.
It's funny, looking at this room, it seems so normal. Try to imagine a murder took place here. Professor Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Maybe look at that thing that was very plainly foreshadowed earlier. Oh, the cases the chief ever worked on a file here. Yeah, they're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? Well, the case was DL6, so clearly T through Z. T, U, I know, W. What? Oh, I guess that would actually be somewhat relevant, huh? The entire... Oh, wait. That was the right answer? Wait,
Yes.
Wait, it occurs to me all of them could have been right answers. Like, the first one could have been, like, for blue cord.
No, I've done this, and I thought the same thing you did. Like, oh, DL6, and I went right for it, and it was wrong.
Huh.
The
Huh.
W of course stands for right.
He stole my identity! Was it taken? Do I look at it again? A through I? Let's see if there's an A record in this file catches my eye. I'll see myself out for that one.
We need to kill Phoenix.
Misty Faye, that's me and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? I shall now learn how to read. I've been practicing since last time. I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold the information to the press. It's Parasite, who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... record stops there.
Phoenix, you got way better.
I'm real good at on-the-job learning. So me and New Grossberg. Well, okay, I guess we'll just check all these out then. J through S. Let's see, J through S, nothing. I'll just skim some of this. Skim! Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. These parts here at the end in S. Suicide? Ew! Ew, suicide is gross! Yeah. Ew. There's a collection of suicide reports. Politicians, policemen... There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. I get it. I thought he was involved in these suicides.
Mia points. White!
So, someone get that Squidward image, but with, like, Mia's hair on it.
I was thinking of the Farquaad one, but alright.
No, it's like the one with, like, Squidward, like, from, like, the top of the room, just pointing downward, just like, white. And it's like the alarms are going off. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. I know how to utilize shock value. Now to throw some paper at a rich man. Finally, I can fulfill my destiny. No, now this should be Naoki, right?
Oh, Charlie then?
Yeah.
Yes. Go right ahead, my buddy.
Sorry if you hear my dog. She's really pissed, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it happens.
Like,
Can you hear her?
That's fine.
Well, you already had Grossberg, and we need to give Naoki something, you know?
Yeah, Gary?
Yep.
Great. Well, aren't you persistent?
Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you.
Splendorific. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself. But it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull with good old American firearms. Not bothering me.
Oh god, you made him more American.
If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur.
Oh god, I'm gonna get Dick Cheney'd.
Do I make myself crystal?
Okay, never go on a hunting trip with you. Got it. Transparent. Oh, wrong button. Look at this newspaper clipping. This is the only clue that me left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It shows that you're white. It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life.
Nailed his dick to the wall.
Ow!
And this concerns me. How? Also, that is rather disturbing, even by my standards.
Jesus
My lofty standards.
I found this article in Mia's office.
Miss Mia?
She had a file. She had a file filled with articles like this. No, okay, Noko, seriously, you gotta stop spiking the mic like that, my man. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White.
That's racist.
Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. What would bribe him to be? Hey, I'll pay you $50 if you kill yourself? You were blackmailing him.
Do a flip.
Blackmail? But I'm white.
Okay, you were whitemailing him.
This
Not just him either. You're threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You're involved in all the suicide cases that me investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? In fact, I feel so confident about how right I am, I'm just gonna hold this piece of evidence right in front of your face.
What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Raw. What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No. I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
Secretary's office, hello?
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir, I'll send some right away.
And then they can't find him because it's like, well, I see Mr. Wright here, but I can't find him.
Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong.
You're right.
Oh. You're wrong, Mr. White.
You're the one who's Mr. Wrong.
No, you.
Know your face! Yeah, did you say this?
Yes.
No. What I should be doing now is going after you.
You do realize that you handed a very crucial evidence right in my face
No, that's okay. I run on the honor system.
the next day, right? But, ignoring that for 1 second, just what are you insinuating?
Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. She had like 100 Google Chrome tabs open. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. Mr. White, please pay attention. Stop eating. So the culprit would be... I'm gonna child work it out, Mr. White. You did it! Burp. Secretary's office.
We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please.
That's probably Gumshoe.
No, it's the prosecutor's office, so...
Oh.
Dwarf?
I don't think it would be Edgeworth, though. It'd be Chief Prosecutor.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, I can try.
Wait, so that must be Blaze the Best. Spoiler character.
Maybe? It could be.
Maybe.
Someone who hasn't gone, just go. Just read it.
Yeah.
White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this?
Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow.
What's this about?
The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify.
What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court.
Quite soon. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Hashtag Blue Lives Matter.
Oh my god, we gotta take this guy down.
Oh, and of course, one other little teensy thing. Send the police over here right away! The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent.
What? What man?
Are you even listening, man? The executioner! The hatchet man! The liquidator! The killer man.
What? How dare you accuse me of murder? I'll kill you!
That the killer man sold me.
Come on, man.
Killer man.
Killer man.
Mr. White, this isn't another one of those.
Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now!
Beep.
Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer. As was Miss Mia.
Hey, fuck you.
How dare you? I'll kill you twice!
How does that work?
Uh,
I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer.
I'll kill your fucking ghost, man.
The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you.
Ah, joke's on you. I'm worthless, therefore I can defend myself.
Truly a fool for a client. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent.
No way such a person exists, therefore I'm in the clear. I feel faint. I'm just gonna take a nap now, you don't mind?
Yes, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir.
Wait.
I thought he was gonna say reporting for duty. But...
Gumshoe, were you outside the building when the call came in?
That's none of your business, pal. Butts, hairy butts.
Oh my god.
I'm back.
That's gonna need some context.
I'm gonna go back and clip that out completely out of context.
Hairy butts.
Right,
friend.
actually, Phoenix Wright. My friend's name is Larry. And I know you're here to arrest me, but get your info right.
Alright, Mr. Wrong. Sorry, pal. Bus was that murderer, right?
Oh my gosh. Detective Gumshoe. I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey.
What?
Of course, I would say that, but really, he's more spineless. He is no man. Take this
Oh.
despicable human being into custody.
Well, now he hurt my feelings.
Gonna be okay, pal.
Farewell, Mr. Wrong. Ta-ta!
Old become shoe.
As I'm cupping you.
There.
There.
Am I doing a good job of making you love to hate?
I think you're doing
Yes.
great, yeah, actually,
I
yeah.
love your
Okay,
voice.
that's an amazing job, Naoki.
Oh,
Like,
thank you.
genuinely.
All right. All right.
Hey.
Let's switch over to Edgeworth for the trial. Anyone else want to be Mr. White?
No, I'll be Edward.
Thing.
You
What?
can say Mr. Wright.
But
You did.
I thought we agreed that.
No, I changed my mind. Sorry.
Aw.
That's fine. Because,
Okay.
like,
Aww.
That's fine.
You know,
Right.
whoever has strong opinions, maybe.
Yeah.
On who they want to play.
I mean, this was really between you two.
I've actually practiced the objection. So.
Oh.
Well, we
I mean-
weren't, honestly, we weren't saying the objections anyways, so.
No. Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, those are the one parts that are already voiced, actually, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Noko
Yeah,
voice
but like if you can make it sound just like them, you know.
No,
I don't know.
Well,
I
like
know.
if you wanna, feel free.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to, feel free to hop in the objection. I'd appreciate it.
If you think you're fast enough.
Can't believe it's been a day since the first trial. The trial begins tomorrow. White's gonna set up a trap for me. The prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Damn it!
Amy.
Right. Mr. Wright?
Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. Hang on a second. So, this is supposed to be from, like, the opposite side of the detention room, right?
Yes.
How does it feel
So,
to be in a detention center?
How does the layout of this building make sense?
Look,
It doesn't. Don't think
Look.
about too hard.
they
Don't
only
think too hard.
they only made one background image, and we're gonna use it.
The only way I can figure out how this detention room works is if it's in the dead center of the building and it's like this weird spiral thing. Like, this just leads out to, like, the left side of the police station or whatever, and the door off here leads to the right station, and there's both just gaps right here and right over there.
Don't think about too hard.
I think about this so hard, you don't realize.
You're trying to save budget.
Just now, yes, it's all thanks to you.
See, I'm such a good lawyer, I'll take the rap for the crime for ya. See another lawyer do that. Now I'm afraid we switch places.
Maya's been demoted to assist kill.
What do you mean? You.
I explained what happened to Maya, and then he punched me in the face. It was very rude.
Oh my god, this salsa's so spicy.
With all those rings on him.
I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you.
I mean, don't forget yourself.
Which is not too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me. Is there anything I can do?
Well...
You defend
Right.
me in court. more.
Okay, listen up. I want you to help me break out of here.
You mean a jailbreak?
Yeah. Tonight's our only chance. We're going on the run.
Alright.
Huh?
And then Hotline of Fate just plays.
It just turns into a payday heist.
Oh. I'd rather get...
I was actually referring to something.
hang on. So, well... The stores are still open. Oh. And a rope ladder and a giveaway car. Can you drive?
Maya's committed to this. She knows what to do from the get-go.
I can't drive, but I can ride a bike.
Wait. Amy.
Whoa.
I'm kidding, it was a joke. Don't break the law, please.
No way.
No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. There really isn't anything you can do for me anyway.
But I can't sit here and do nothing.
If I had stopped her, I think Maya legitimately might broken this guy's neck or something. She would have gone on a rampage.
She would definitely kill for Phoenix.
Hello?
I think she's distracted.
I've got to give that man a piece of my mind.
You okay, Amy? You sound a bit tired.
Yeah, she said that, like, her voice is shot today.
Okay.
So we'll give her a rest.
Yeah.
If you ever feel like you can't do the voice, then, just say so.
Just a piece.
Okay.
Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow.
Oh, well, okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two.
Now, how do we get out of this sticky situation?
Times may change, yet with crime it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Maybe court proceedings are no longer realistic. I think a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finished in a day. Most of the guilty verdict. Hey, did you guys know this is supposed to be a parody on Japan's court systems?
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
They have an extraordinarily high conviction rate.
Yep.
But to be fair to them, they try to make sure they have the facts pieced together before they can reach a reasonable conclusion.
Yep. No, sure as fucking a flawless system.
Yeah.
Never thought I would end up in the defense chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as a star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him.
It's definitely you!
No, you!
Be continued.
Yep.
Say your progress up to this point?
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah.
Save your progress up to this point.
Ah. Alright. I only need to really rotate these first 3 saves just to be safe, so.
Yeah.